Okay, time for another Death's Battle reaction. For once, I get to record it the day it drops. Trunks versus Silver. Well, this was quite a surprise. I mean, like I've said before, not all that familiar with Dragon Ball Z, but what I am familiar with is when I read the Android Trunks saga and played the Legacy of Goku 2 for GBA, which was Trunks' start, so yeah, I'm down for watching this. And Silver, I thought Sonic 2006 was not a total travesty, more like a case study in wasted potential and the dangers of rushing your product out the door more than anything else, and I never minded him or Princess Elise's characters, so yeah, this should be interesting. I'm still gonna bet on Trunks, though, as much as I prefer the Sonic franchise. Yeah, Dragon Ball characters are usually a safe bet, except when they're not, like last time with Vegeta, or just ask Majin Buu, or Goku. Yeah, yeah, if you're still salty about Superman winning over 9 years later, come on, come on. Anyway, enough jabbering, let's get on with it. 3, 2, 1, boom.
Trunks Briefs, time cop of the Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
And rockin' ate all the red hair.
From Archie Sonic.
While these two temporal warriors may be well known, today we're looking at their counterparts from alternate universes.
What? Okay, this is gonna get fuckier than I even thought.
Their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Everyone knows Trunks is the coolest Dragon Ball character. Don't lie, when he showed up to prove Goku wasn't the only Super Saiyan around, you popped a Shenron in your pants.
After witnessing his entire world
not entirely wrong
by a deadly android duo and using his mother's time machine to hop to the past to make things right, Trunks made his triumphant return to his own time period.
But for this version of Trunks, that's where things start to get a bit different, when he was intercepted by this JoJo-posing fairy chick.
The Supreme Kai of Time, Cronoa. She watches over
great,
all
a
of
time
in the
guardian.
Dragon
I
Ball
gotta
universe
hate
and was
those.
forced to arrest Trunks for his alterations to multiple timelines.
Welcome to the world of Disney's Loki. Oh, sorry, Dragon Ball Heroes. An alternate universe. No, Xenoverse, where every Dragon Ball story has its own canon timeline. Kinda like if some nerd's weird DBZ fanfiction became totally official. And it rocks!
Great, some multiverse bullshit.
This Trunks was made to atone for his crimes against time by joining Cronoa's secret enforcers, the Time Patrol.
I'll give you one try to guess what the Time Patrol does. But hey, even if it wasn't on his to-do list for the week, Trunks is the perfect guy to protect the whole multiverse. He has the usual collection of the Saiyan's key powers, but also a magic sword straight from the hero of time. No, not him. Not him. That guy.
Hey, Chrono was also designed by Akira Toriyama.
This Trunks has lived all the way through some variation of the Goku Black Saga. Therefore, he possesses all powers the original Trunks has, including the ability to assume the golden form of the Super Saiyan.
Basic bits SSJ1, nothing too complicated like the blue-haired god thing or whatever.
However, he has also performed a divine ritual to unlock godly ki within himself,
Never mind.
taking on the incredible red visage of a Super Saiyan god.
Spoke too soon.
Does come in handy when he's fighting literal demons, like when these weirdos revive Mechikabura, the ruler of the demon realm, causing all sorts of time breaks across the Xenoverse. It's kind of a mess. Lucky for us, Jocelyn's even nerdier than Wiz. What useless knowledge have you got for us today?
Come on, dude. Knowledge is never useless. Okay, so all the major timelines in Dragon Ball Heroes are recorded in tomes called the Scrolls of Eternity. Anytime somebody hopscotches through time, another one of these scrolls poofs into existence. There's just one teensy little problem. There can only be so many scrolls. Once you hit the limit, surprise, you just triggered Cosmic Armageddon. And that's not even counting all the lesser timelines branching off the main ones Trunks and co have to keep track of. Anyway, Trunks and the Time Patrol are some of the only peeps who can time warp without causing these distortions, thanks to unique devices like this armband.
Though sometimes a patrolman gets ballsy and tries to mess with time themselves, like when Silas tried to rewrite Dragon Ball Heroes, both the world and the game. Oh yeah, did we mention that? The universe is an arcade game in its own universe.
Yes and
Wow.
in the far-off
This is why I don't try too hard to get into Dragon Ball lore, just saying.
time travel.
I said
allowing
Saiyan.
players to visit iconic moments in the past.
So much for preventing the Ragnarok of the multiverse or whatever.
That's where those lesser time branches come in. They don't count. Just because.
These machines also send an avatar of the player back in time, complete with an assortment of collectible cards that can summon facsimiles of well-known characters.
That's right, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is a rare reverse holo now.
Trunks himself is an avid fan, along with his disciples Beat and Note. Fun fact, Beat is a descendant of GT Goku.
Trunks even funded a dual disc style hero switch so he can use his cards on the go.
Well, I guess
He
this
thought Trunks
explains
was cool
how
before
there
he
can
went
all-
full Seto Kaiba.
You
Now
can have
he
Dragon Ball
somehow made the
Super
great
after
Saiyaman look
Dragon Ball
badass.
GT was a
That's
different
how you put
continuation.
polish
I
on
was wondering
disappointment.
about that.
And I thought that was pretty damn impossible.
All these powers, gadgets, and cards certainly came in handy against foes like Mechikabura, but they weren't always enough. Even Super Saiyan 4 Vegito had trouble fighting the Demon King, who created a black hole to consume every timeline in the multiverse.
You can do that?
Trunks broke out the ultimate Deus Ex Machina, the Key Sword. No, not that one. That one, yeah. This epic blade isn't just a sword. It can completely shut down an opponent's powers. And thanks to being powered by Pinky over there, it can summon the power of the Eternal Time Labyrinth! Which is just really fun to say.
Well, even more fun, it traps targets in the crack of time, a bubble of reality outside all timelines with windows into others. And the Key Sword was powerful enough to finish off Mechikabura in a single strike.
Obviously, this puts Xeno Trunks in the upper echelons of Dragon Ball power levels, even eclipsing the main timeline's Goku, who could destroy the universe up to 13 times over when he first channeled Super Saiyan God.
The same Goku who could push through Hit's time skips and could fly from Grand Kai's planet to Hell in less than a minute.
Considering the distance between these two realms as displayed in this canon visual model, that would require speeds over 29 quintillion times faster than light.
And that was even before going God, let alone getting training from Whiskey.
Whis and many of Trunks' patrol buddies are just as impressive. Like you! Well, the you who battled Demigra in the Xenoverse game when he had control over all time and space, or the you who fought the
I thought Dragon Ball was
multiverse.
nuts
You are
before.
technically a canon character in Dragon Ball. Congrats, I guess. Maybe now you can throw that Kamehameha for real. Oh, come on, you know you want to.
So the bad guys better watch out, cause Trunks and his time cops will always be there to stop them and protect time itself.
It's the year
Oh,
34,
I just saw the
37
title, Archie
The world of
Sonic.
Moby
Okay, that
has entered an
explains, because
era of darkness. This
Silver
savage
in the
future has
game
been ravaged
still
by
confuses
unending fires,
me.
Giant monsters, ecological disasters, and general dystopia of all kinds. But standing against this harsh and bleak reality is a lone hero. A young hedgehog with silver quills named, Silver.
So yeah, comic book Silver doesn't sound too different from the one in the video games, right? Don't count on it! This is the same comic where all the tales in the multiverse fuse together into this monstrosity.
Okay, that's some furries'
With no
dream
family
come
to
true,
speak
but
of,
I
Silver
can't
was
really
taken in by
judge.
the
I've got
last
my
elders
own
of his damaged
quirks.
world, including the immortal wizard of chaos, Mammoth Mogul.
Silver's goal was to become a Knight of Cronus, a time-traveling warrior who could save the future by changing the past.
Silver's base abilities include super strength and super speed, though not quite at the same level as those of Knuckles or Sonic, respectively.
Well, that's okay, because he's got his own special weapon, Mind Bullets.
And more, a lot more. Silver possesses the rare power of psychokinesis, allowing him to move himself or other objects around with just his thoughts. He can move anything from rocks to
It's no use!
But that's not all he's got up his sleeves. Gloves. He always keeps a warp ring on hand, a size-shifting power ring that can teleport him anywhere he likes, even other dimensions.
And he can access the insight,
Just like those new
interruption, and
movies.
power boosts many other Mobians can attain with usual power rings.
With all this, he was a shoo-in for school with the Woolly Mammoth Mage. Thanks to Mogul, Silver got to learn about two other magic abilities he'd soon master. First up, Chaos Control! The magic Mogul pioneered himself centuries ago. This is the stuff Sonic and friends used to shoot pew-pews and turn into Super Not Saiyans.
Then Mogul discovered another magic, Cronus control. With this, Silver can move through time with very little effort, made even easier thanks to his Time Stone, a gem that governs time itself.
From Sonic
After doing
CD.
tons of research, Gross,
One of the more
Sylvie and
overrated
Mogo
Sonic
discovered
games,
that
if I'm
their
being
city lives
honest.
could all be blamed on just one person. Apparently, one of Sonic's own freedom fighters turned traitor and ruined everything. What a twist! So Silver set off with
Oh, so they're basically copying the whole thing with Bishop and
Only
X-Men.
one problem. The Archie Sonic multiverse is complicated. Hell, complicated barely even cuts it. Jocelyn, how about you take this one?
Okay, Archie Sonic's multiverse is similar in scope to something like DC Comics, with multiple extra-dimensional layers like the Chaos Force. There are infinite universes with infinite timelines and infinite characters.
Oh, as if Sonic needed more of that.
Including the
You're not wrong,
Sabrina the Teenage
Boomstick.
Witch, and Spawn.
Wait, what?
With the Time Stone, Warp Rings, and Cronus control, no timeline or dimension is out of Silver's reach. Though, like bad sushi mixed with vodka, time hopping this way had some weird side effects, like decoupling Silver from time. So if he causes a real bad butterfly effect, he doesn't get erased like poor Marty McFly. He just has a lot of catching up to do.
Sorry, can you go back to the part about Sonic the Hedgehog meeting Mother Spawn?
Needless to say, Silver had a hard time
I'm curious
figuring out
about that
exactly what
myself.
he needed to do.
I mean, even if it was more straightforward, he's not exactly the sharpest quill on the hog.
Good thing Archie Silver is way more badass than he was in the video game. He's fought all sorts of epic baddies across
Wait, is that Ixis Nagas?
Darth, Knuckles,
Enerjack.
Gesundheit, who stole the souls of every Mobian in the world. This guy threw a whole continent at our weed-haired hedgehog. Despite fighting a literal dark god with far more power, Silver won the day by turning evil Knux' own attacks right back at him.
Not too surprising. Silver's psychic powers on their own are strong enough to teleport instantly, disrupt any technology, close tears in reality, and stop time from being pulled out of him.
Also, according to the Archie Sonic Comic Encyclopedia, Silver still experienced some version of the events of the Sonic 06 video game. You know, everyone's
Including the battle
Actually, the
against
kiss
Solaris
never
with
bothered me.
time,
I had to put
where
up with so
Silver
much
achieved
shit
the
before that
invincible
point,
form
though
of
it barely
Super Sonic.
He
registered.
gets a major boost to match the speed and power of Super Sonic. As Sonic Man, without this supersonic energy, Sonic was already fast enough to outspeed stopped time. Let me say that again. Time was frozen, and Sonic could still move. What the hell?
Naturally, Super Sonic and Super Silver should both be faster than this. But as calculating speed requires a factor of time, and this feat removes time from the equation entirely, this means Super Silver's speed is incalculable. His speed is faster than time itself permits speed to be.
That's stupid.
That's Archie Sonic.
hardly a Superform's most impressive feat, though. There have been a few occasions where the Archie Sonic multiverse has been completely demolished and restored, and each one used the same chaos power Super Silver possesses. The most notable, of course, was when Super Sonic teamed up with Super Mega Man to counter the Super Genesis wave.
Which completely rewrote all of time and space.
Luckily, despite being right at ground zero, the Superforms were immune to the Super Genesis wave's reality warping power, giving Sonic and Mega Man the time they needed to save the entire multiverse.
Oh no, what about...
Yes, even Spawn.
Oh, thanks, Satan.
In this brave new world, Silver was nothing short of a hero.
As long as this dorky hedgehog is around to keep up the good fight, even the darkest timeline will have a silver lining.
Aren't you supposed to wait until the end of a death battle for the puns?
Sponsored by Bespoke Post.
Bespoke Post partners with small businesses and emerging brands to bring you the most unique goods every month.
My current favorite is the Slash Box, which comes with a badass knife made by Bare Bones based in Salt Lake City. Perfect for all my squirrel hunting needs.
No matter what you have going
Why
on this
hunting
season,
squirrels?
Box
What
of
did they
Awesome
never
has
do to
covered.
you?
From camping gear essentials to beach day and travel must-haves, Box of Awesome has everything you need for summer. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code DEATHBATTLE at checkout.
That's boxofawesome.com, code DEATHBATTLE for 20% off your first box. boxofawesome.com, code DEATHBATTLE.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle through time.
Well, this is going to be interesting. Ooh, liking the music already. Wow, we're jumping right into it. Yeah, just pick up a building that's probably occupied. Why not?
Stop! You're under arrest for unsanctioned time travel.
Seriously? This is what I do!
Going like in generations now. That was a fun boss battle. Trunks has got to be a more disciplined fighter. Oh, is this it was trigger timeline or whatever?
You see? It's no use!
Rip off.
Just like his old man, can't help but just jab him for that.
Ah, crap baskets. Come on, give me a good pull. Good enough.
Wait, isn't Death Battle you're not supposed to have outside help? Whatever. Oh, I like that sword. I can't really tell who's winning. I mean, there's plenty of buying and selling all around. Ah, come on, Silver, don't sell that.
Now to shut you down for good.
What the fuck is going on?
Eternal time labyrinth.
I don't think we're in Mobius anymore.
This is it, Time Hog. The end of your future.
I told you. It's no use.
Well, once again, my pick is a bust. It's never safe bet with the Dragon Ball characters. I think we've all learned this by now.
KO! Oh, come on! Trunks is way past cooler than furry Kyle Reese.
It's hard to imagine Trunks losing to anyone. However, Silver ironically had just about everything he needed to put the Half Saiyan 6 feet under.
First off, time travel wasn't much of a factor, since they were both pretty well versed in it. Either way, Silver's psychokinesis could disrupt tech like the Hero Switch and the Time Travel Armband, leaving Trunks without his gadgets and primary method of hopping through time.
Let's be frank, in base form, Silver never stood a chance at matching Trunks with his own power. Even in his super form, it's questionable whether or not Super Silver had the physical ability to match Super Saiyan Trunks. In short, it's practically impossible to lock down exact numbers and limits for their power levels.
So Trunks could have probably taken a win if he found an opening, but Silver's psychic powers have worked around similar disadvantages before. Interjack was way stronger than him, could match the power of Supersonic, and conquered all of Mobius. But Silver could consistently Uno reverse card his attacks back at him, and he wasn't even super at that time.
Trunks was obviously much faster than Goku's trip to hell. He could easily be sextillions or septillions of times faster than light, maybe even more. However, by the very nature of Dragon Ball powers, his speed must have a limit, even if it is impossible to know an exact number given what we've seen.
But Archie's super forms have consistently shown incalculable speeds. Sure, Goku broke through Hit's time skip, but that actually has nothing to do with speed.
As explained by Whis, the effectiveness of time manipulation in the world of Dragon Ball depends on the difference in power level between the caster and their target. Such as when Kranoa attempted a time stop on Mira and failed, due to Mira's energy being stronger. Xeno vs. Goku has also mentioned how increasing his energy affects space and time around him.
In any other matchup, this would be totally buck wild itself. But no, Archie super forms just have to break time itself.
It's also difficult to put an exact number on Trunks' maximum level of power. The strongest beings in his continuity can affect his entire multiverse, which has infinite timelines plus the crack of time outside. In contrast, chaos magic wielded by a super form like Supersonic can rewrite the infinite timelines in Archie Sonic's multiverse, plus the extra-dimensional realms outside, like the Chaos Force, Pocket Zones, Mega Man's own infinite universe, and yes, possibly even a multiverse with Spawn. The scope of Dragon Ball's cosmic scale simply does not compare.
Plus, unlike Sonic, Silver spent many years being trained how to use chaos magic by the guy who invented it. Hell, if Mega Man could rewrite reality just minutes after learning he could even use the Chaos Emeralds at all, imagine what craziness Silver could pull off.
Trunks' best chance was the Key Sword's ability to nullify powers, like it did to Mechikabura. However, the Super Genesis Wave explicitly could not rewrite the presence of Supersonic or Super Mega Man, despite being able to rewrite even the extra-dimensional Chaos Force from whence it came. It's likely Silver's super form could resist the Key Sword, at least for a time. Ultimately, while there are many versions of this battle where Trunks can win, Silver's superior abilities close out a victory more often than not.
To make things brief, Silver was just hogging the spotlight.
The winner.
Okay,
is
that was a
Silver
good
the
one.
Hedgehog.
Alright, well, who do we got next?
Hey, if you want more Death Battle ASAP, why not grab a membership? You'll get exclusive emotes, badges, live chat, live streams, and a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff. Just click that join button. Thanks for watching.
Who do we got? Under this... Super Friends Aquaman. Ah, what the hell?